All eyes on Doge. Big run up. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome. Day after Thanksgiving on a Friday. How's everybody doing? We're doing okay. Pax fam had a good Christmas. Boys last night went out to see Marty Supreme. Sounded like a good movie, but we stayed in. We stayed in with the Pax cat, of course. Just chilling after a festive day. Lots to eat, and lots, of course, to talk about. Yeah, day after Christmas. Sorry. Day after Christmas. Did everybody have a good Christmas? Even if you don't celebrate, you at least have a good day. It was pretty quiet overall until last night. Well, last night, the market makers dumped the price of Doge, dumped the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin one was rather slow last night, but Doge was like just one big dump. Of course, taking out a lot of leverage trading. The price went up, right back up to where it was, drifted around overnight, and then right when the stock market opened this morning at 9:30, the price dumped again. So we went down all the way to 12.06, threatening that 11-cent range again. Yeah. I know, guys. I misspoke. I'm tired. Christmas. How was your Christmas? Everybody have a good Christmas? This doesn't help. So today we are searching for a new trend, according to Trader Allen. We'll show that. Searching for a new trend. What is happening? Because this one right now, that's like kind of down. That's not good. We don't like that trend. Bitcoin did not hold 88,000 back below. ETH did not hold 3,000 back below. So that's overall what's going on. And of course, we'll talk about like silver and gold and all those things. So where do we start? Let's start here. Fear and greed index. It's still extreme fear. I mean, it's like Christmas, right? Come on. It's Christmas, dudes. Extreme fear, even lower today than yesterday. Still extreme fear. Yeah, they liked the movie very much. It was they said it was really intense. Some ping pong and a lot of other stuff, just crazy stuff going on in this movie. So we'll go see it eventually. We just weren't into it on Christmas, but they enjoyed it. They thought it was great. Timothy Chalamet, whatever his name is, awesome performance, absolutely awesome performance. So this was Bitcoin. This morning. Bitcoin just dropped 2,300, liquidated $66 million worth of longs in 45 minutes. 60 billion wiped out from the crypto market with no negative news. The manipulation continues. So it's not just me. It's not just me that's saying it, right? The manipulation. I mean, there's no other call for it. I mean, this was like, you get the green taking out the shorts, you get the red taking out the longs, like I said. And even the green is manipulation too, bringing it up to take out shorts. It's not just the reds. So that's what we got. We got our good friend Tom Lee here. He's looking a little worried. What do you think? Looking a little worried. He's sitting on $3.5 billion of unrealized losses right now. $3.5 billion. And he's calling for Bitcoin to go to 200K by the end of January 2026. That's like a little over a month. And of course, that's hopium, right? He's hoping Bitcoin goes up to 200,000 because he is not looking good right now. Not looking good. So that's the worried face, right? That's Tom Lee. I don't believe anything the guy says. Hey, he's done well, no doubt, right? He's got a lot of money, right? But $3.5 billion of investment, he's down $3.5 billion. That's not good. And of course, if you follow the 4-year cycles, we're heading into a bigger bear market. If you believe in the 4-year cycles, we'll get a relief rally in January, and then look out. That's what the 4-year cycle will show us. Meanwhile, we got this going on. Meanwhile, in crazy precious metal land, silver prices exploding due to a severe global supply shortage now. The big short squeeze is on for silver. The physical market can no longer meet the soaring demand. China, yes, China is going to restrict silver exports. We got that going on. The silver market was already in short supply. Physical silver inventories are collapsing, and paper silver is completely disconnected from reality, because that's what this is, right? They're just trading paper silver. So we've got industrial demand for silver. It's not just speculative, but there is actual demand for silver. But it's a real supply squeeze playing out in real time. And let's go live to the current silver chart. Live. So 76.5 was the all-time high from this morning, and now it's up to 78.5. Crazy. It just keeps going up. This is zoomed in. When we zoom out, it just gets vertical. The further you zoom out, it just gets vertical. And even on today, up 9%. I mean, silver up 9% in a day. That doesn't happen. I mean, look at this, parabolic. Silver. We want to see Dogecoin do this, right? Silver has just been printing and printing and printing pretty much for 2 solid years. Since the beginning of 2024, silver is up 250%. Crazy. Silver. Typically, in history, when precious metals go on a big run like this, that typically means something big is going to happen. And that something big is usually bad. Here's gold. Not quite as parabolic as silver, because silver's catching up, but gold has been doing very well as well. New all-time high today as well for gold. And we could go through platinum and palladium and a bunch of others, copper, whatever. They're all the same. They're all just parabolic up. So, I mean, that just shows this rotation of money from, it's a rotation of money from crypto into the stock market and the metals. Because in Q4 2025, we have Dogecoin down 50%. Bitcoin's down 25%. While gold, silver, and the stock market are all hitting new all-time highs, like right now. So this is the chart I made this morning on Doge. We had this nice support trend line leading up to October 10th. It started back here in June. We were hitting higher lows. We were hitting higher highs. Everything was good leading into October. This was the Dogecoin price. And we were like, woohoo, this is awesome, right? Doge going up, right? Bull market full on. And then what happened? We were here live on that Friday, October 10th, and we had the big leverage sweep where Doge dropped all the way down to 9.5 cents on Binance. That's the one I follow. All the way down to 9.5 cents and back up. And from there, we had the purple box, and Doge had pretty much traded to the end of October, just up and down sideways in this purple box, trying to figure out what was going on. Then it dropped below the purple box, retested it until we had the death cross. So we had the death cross. Again, this is where the 50-day moving average drops below the 200-day moving average, the death cross, and then down we went from there. I thought we would kind of chop around in a red box, which I created, and then that failed. And I said, no, I'm not making a brown box. I'm not making a brown box. And then we failed even lower. So this is not a good trend, guys. It's not a good trend. Where is my trend line? Yeah, it's this, right? So this is what we've got. And that is bearish. That is pretty bearish right there on that downward trend there. So I don't know what else to say. That's just what the chart says. The charts don't lie, right? They tell you what happened in the past. So it looks like my target of hitting 9.5 cents again is probably going to happen, unfortunately. Now, we could still get a relief rally in January, like happened in 2022. But then, because of guys like this, right, who are totally underwater, and we'll have other big traders, other whales, right, totally underwater. We'll have institutions who have bought into crypto are going to start bailing. And then you're going to have businesses who rely on crypto to make money. They're going to start doing shady things again. They're going to start doing shady things again. Do you remember Terra Luna from 2022? And then that led to Three Arrows Capital with all of that lending that went under, which Celsius went under, Voyager went under, BlockFi went under. Remember all that? We could see that again in 2026. Now, I will be talking about that on my January 1st video, which will be my 2026 outlook for Dogecoin in the crypto market. So look for that coming next Thursday in just 6 days. In just 6 days. So just a fair warning that that stuff is coming. We also, again, have the precious metals going on a crazy run like this that doesn't keep going. And usually this kind of run comes before a crash. So here's what Trader Allen says. Now, his title says Doge Symmetrical Triangle. Yeah, Allen messed up on this because he already had a post earlier that said Symmetrical Triangle. He forgot to change the header to be searching for a new trend, because that's what he meant here. And that's what he said. Dogecoin has reached the previous Symmetrical Triangle, right? And then it broke down. Symmetrical triangles don't always mean it's going to break up. This one broke down. And again, this was early December, about December 10th. We broke down. We've got a measured target, which we hit right in the low 12s. Came back up to 13 and then are retesting the low 12s again. So what does that mean from here? Do we get a bounce up, or are we going to just kind of keep going sideways and chopping up and down toward the end of the year? That's what we're going to be looking at. Shorting metals makes sense, Ryan, but you don't know where the top is going to be on the short squeeze, particularly for silver. You could put on a big short and you could get wiped out if the short squeeze is still happening. You would have to look for, let's say, let's look at palladium, right? Because palladium seems to already, wow, look, it faked out. Look at this. It totally faked out. I was going to make a chart on this. Let me delete that. Because we had the green candles heading, and then yesterday we had a red. But today it's green back up. So this is totally taking people out who are doing shorting and longs and whatever, right? On palladium. This is typically what you would see is this red candle with the pullback after hitting, the high, cycle high. Palladium was much bigger price years ago. And normally you would see this come down and then retest up and then go lower. That's what you would typically see. So that's the chart pattern you'd want to see and then figure out when to do your short, right? Somewhere in there. So that could still be coming. Instead, we actually have a fake out here and then up higher is what's going on. So not quite time yet. Not quite time yet. But this doesn't look good for Doge. Doesn't look good for Doge. But you know what? The year isn't over yet. X Money still says launching in 2025. It's still there. The days are counting down. Our friend John Carter has been counting them down every day with the calendar. It's like 5 more days to go. What's going to happen? Yeah, I still hold Doge. Romario, I'm never going to sell all my Doge. And the reason is you never know what's going to happen. For instance, not only do we have X Money, which could be launching very soon. Remember what Elon said back in 2022? I will keep supporting Dogecoin. I will keep supporting Dogecoin. So what does he mean by that? What does he mean by that? Well, John sent me this because he was talking to Grok and he said, yeah, hey, Grok, what about the code in, the Tesla checkout system? And that should be coming, easy to do. And Grok said, yeah, you're spot on. People have been digging into the source code for months now, and Dogecoin is literally sitting there in the payments options array for every single model. Now, what does he mean by model? He means Tesla cars. Tesla cars. It's not just a leftover from merch. It's fully wired into the vehicle checkout flow, just toggled off with the simple is active : false flag right in the code. Same thing shows up in the latest app builds too. Doge wallet integration is prepped and just waiting on one config change plus whatever final legal sign-offs they need. So when Elon finally says go, it won't be a half measure. Flip one switch and every Tesla product, cars, FSD subscriptions, Powerwalls, even solar, instantly shows Dogecoin as a payment option worldwide wherever it's legally allowed. That's why it feels so damn close. They've already done 90% of the work. It's all there. So Am I selling my Dogecoin? No. I took profits at the beginning of this year to buy this house. I took profits, but I didn't sell all my Doge, and I never will. I still got a bag of Doge waiting for these things to happen. I am not going to be out of Doge when these things come. I am still in profit on my Doge because I bought most of my Doge at 6-7 cents. Yeah, I bought a little higher, but not compared to what I already held. And that's where I am in Dogecoin. Of course, today was about liquidations over the past 24 hours, $244 million, mostly on the long side, of course, because they're easier to drop the price than bring it up. And there was one trade that was worth $14 million on a leveraged long. $14 million on one trade on Hyperliquid, liquidated. So that was their target. They got it. They got it. I know, 6-7, right? 6-7. You know, you say things over and over again, like 6 or 7 times. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, 6 or 7. Yeah, I bought Doge at like, 6-7 cents. So that's what we have. That's what we have going on. Oh, I got to get rid of this thing. Can't see. Got to zoom back out. There we go. Don't need to see that channel anymore. Bye. There we go. 12.2 cents. Not where we want the price to be. Bitcoin's bearish. Would I sell Bitcoin now? I'm waiting for a relief rally. This isn't just down, down, down. The channels are all pointing down. I'm waiting for a relief rally. Now, by December 31st, I'm going to be selling some crypto that I hold at a loss for my tax loss harvesting for the 2025 calendar year. So next Monday, Tuesday, we'll be seeing what's going on. I have some stocks I'm going to be selling too, like stupid Zone, Clean Core, down to 24 cents. So far down on that. I'm just selling it, and I'm taking those losses to offset some of my profits to reduce my tax burden on capital gains for 2025. But most of my Bitcoin, I bought at like 26,000. So I am not selling Bitcoin. It is what it is, but it ain't what it ain't. A prediction for the Dogecoin price when X money launching. Yeah, I was at 20 cents. I was originally at 30 cents, but now it's like, does it pump up to 30? Again, this is knowing Dogecoin is not embedded, right? It's not integrated into X money. It's X money launching, and just the hope that Dogecoin will one day get integrated will be enough to pump the Dogecoin price. So, but yes, Bitcoin is bearish. And you get all of the perma bulls, right, on crypto Twitter talking about all these huge breakouts in Bitcoin. And I just keep responding to them all, or at least the ones that I see. And I'm like, really? I just keep it real, But if you guys don't follow me on X, I am at KrissPax. When I'm not here on YouTube, I'm usually posting stuff over there on X. So follow me at KrissPax if you aren't already. Having a lot of fun there. It's time to play the Doge card, right? Time to play the Doge card. Yeah, if we could all just stop selling, that'd be great. That'd be great. So having a bunch of fun. There's my chart that I just showed live. Here it was that I posted earlier today. Also a little bit about Bitcoin. You got the S&P 500 at all-time high, NASDAQ all-time high, gold, silver, but Bitcoin is down. So, yeah. So anyway, this is what I've been doing, posting a bunch of stuff on X. So follow me there when I'm not here. Time to add more. Buying on the dips, right? A lot of people are buying on dips. I'm holding off right now. I'm kind of looking at, again, the assets that I'm in a loss on, stocks and crypto, that I'm going to be selling probably Monday or Tuesday, trying to get a little pump. I mean, we had the VTHOR token, right? If I go out to the 3-hour chart on VTHOR token, we had that pump that happened on the 20th, last Saturday, big pump on VTHOR token. And so I sold. Now, I was way down. I was way down on this, but I sold it for a loss, but at least on a pump, so my loss was a little bit less. It's better to sell at a higher price than a lower price, always, because the break you get on offsetting taxes isn't as much as the actual price difference. And then look what happened since I sold. Since I sold, VTHOR token is down like 27%. So that was a good sell. I'm looking for that kind of thing to happen. A little nice relief rally before the end of the year so I can sell Pengu and Bonk and Pepe, some of my more recent buys that are all down because of October 10th. So that's where I am. That's where I am. X Money launching in a couple days. You never know. Dogecoin going to hit 14 cents by tomorrow. I would love that. I would love a nice little pump up. We deserve it, right? Come on. Christmas ended up not being so good on crypto. Not being so good. We were at 13 cents here on the 23rd, on Tuesday. We were at 13 cents on the 23rd. Now we're battling just to hold 12 cents. It's not good. $2.50 million, yeah, whatever. BTC didn't move yet. I know. Well, Bitcoin can go on a little relief rally. And the market makers would like that to take out a bunch of shorts. And I was guessing we'd go up to about 99K on Bitcoin. And it was supposed to already start, but go into January. That was my prediction. That we'd get a move in January up to like 99K, maybe touching 100 for Bitcoin, which would at least get Dogecoin maybe touching 14 cents. We'll see. What was everyone's favorite Christmas gift? Mine was the Spurs beating Oklahoma City. I know that Spurs team looks good. Do I have Instagram? Nope, I am not on Instagram. If there's somebody on Instagram pretending to be me, it's not me. I'm only here and on X. That's it. I don't do Snapchat. I don't do Instagram. I don't do TikTok. I'm just here. I'm just here. Would I go all in if Doge falls to 5 cents? That would be a nice price to back up the truck, right? Back up the truck. 5 cent Doge. When it does pump, I'm selling all the long term, right? Reduce your capital gains, like long term capital gains. If you held over a year, and then keep holding the short. Elon disappointed us. We'll see. He didn't have a Christmas card, a digital like Christmas card he did in years past with his dogs. So, yeah. Looks like my 10-cent order will be filled soon. It might, Mike. It might. Let's go Doge. We need a 10x. A 10x from here. That would be $1.20 Dogecoin. A lot of hurdles to get through before we can get that high. A lot of hurdles. Yes, many will do what I do, except there's not a lot of people who made gains that they're trying to offset, unless they sold in January like I did, or maybe February. But by April, like that was it. Nobody was making profit after that. Maybe if you did a little swing trading over the summer, but if you did a little swing trading over the summer and made some profit, you probably kept swing trading into the fall and you lost it. So I don't know how big the tax loss harvesting is really going to be next week. But yes, in the new year, it should go up. That's what you would expect. People buying back in January. So relief rally, maybe. I would prefer it start to happen in December so I can sell for a little higher prices than these on the things I want to, the things I'm down on. Again, that would be Pepe and Pengu and Bonk, and a couple others. Yep. And that stupid clean core zone stock. I'll take the L on that. So, yep. Elon didn't scam people. Elon didn't scam people. Elon had fun, just like he always does. And the people actually overhyped it and FOMO'd in. I wasn't buying 50, 60, 70 cent Dogecoin. If you did, that's on you. That's not on Elon. I just keep it real here. Robinhood doing another giveaway. Yeah, the last year giveaway that they did, you had to hold on to it for a year, and I ended up selling. So whatever extra you got, it gets deleted from your wallet if you don't, or from the exchange or from the platform, if you don't hold it for as long as they say you need to hold it. So yeah, the Doge and the Bitcoin that I made last year on these little giveaways, I lost them. I lost them. So read the fine print if you're going to take part in Robinhood giveaways. Read the fine print, because it'll probably say you need to hold it for a year. Will X money still say launching in 2025 when we get into 2026? Yeah, is anybody monitoring this this page here? Is anybody monitoring this? If it still says launching in 2025 on January 1st, 2026, I will call them out on it. And I would also have it in my 2026 Outlook video that I'll be making on January 1st. I will call them out. No one is keeping it real. Jonathan, I try. I call people on bullshit when I can, and I do the best I can with the knowledge I have. So, yeah. Thoughts about buying one more time to bring my average down and then dump it next week? Again, if you think we're going to go up next week, then It's a short-term kind of swing trade thing you're looking at. Maybe. 12.2 cents through most of the year. I mean, this is the lowest of the entire year, except for the 18th when we hit 11.99 right there. That was the lowest of the year, 11.99. That was on December 18th. But 12.2, I mean, it's pretty close, right? We could drop a little more. So if you hold for a year on Robinhood, you get then you keep whatever the giveaway was. But the ones last year, you had to hold for a year in order to keep it. And I missed that. I didn't look at the fine print. I bought a lot of mine at 8 cents. So yeah, you're still up then. The King of Kings, you're still up at 8 cents. Still up 50%. Yeah, that Doge that I had from, 6, 7 cents, still in profit. I bet it will still say 2025. Yeah, kind of thinking they're not monitoring that like we are, right? Kind of thinking that. Well, thank you, Turbo. Appreciate it. Again, I just try and keep things. I mean, all these moon boys still on X. I just don't know how. I mean, all the charts are so bearish that I don't know how anybody can say that the crypto market is going to go in a bull run. It's just not there. It's not there. The sentiment is so bad. See, Doge is dead. Oh, God. Can't deal with that. Or they change it to 2026. It's going to be what it's going to be. Elon hasn't made his final move yet. That's what I think. Hey, all I can do is report on what I see, and it's just like, look, it's in the code. I called it out. I showed you in the code where it says Dogecoin, and John here is like still talking with Grok about it, and Grok is like, yeah, it's in the code. Dogecoin. Dogecoin is a payment option. So, yeah. I don't know why that guy keeps coming back. He just gets banned every time. Banned. The waterfalls are tough, When you see this kind of movement, that is just weak. That is weak. And that's what we have. Unfortunately, that is the market. Hey, Toss, how are you? Merry Christmas to you. How was your Christmas? We got to go to the community here. And we got to see this. The quad meat and cheese jalapenos extra pickles from Whataburger. Whataburger. Wow. That is quite the burger there, Ryan. Look at that. Oh, that is quite the burger there. Ooh. Are you still eating it? Are you still picking at it? Huh? Burger. Are you still working on it? Oh. Yeah, retail doesn't have extra money, John. There's no stimmy checks. There's no free money. Everybody's trying to pay their bills. Oh. No, I'm going to go to a better place than Whataburger, right? I'm going to go to a better place. That burger is a great snack. It's a snack. Oh, a snack. Definitely not finishing it. Oh my God. Is this what Charlie had? Did she have one of these? Do they have like a mini one? Like a junior? It's so big. Man. Oh. Awesome toss. Yep, the Pax family did have a good Christmas. Yep. Was at the store and was looking at, was trying to get turkey legs, but there were no turkey. There were big turkey. I didn't want to cook a whole turkey for Christmas. So we ended up getting chicken. So we had chicken legs. They were good. You know, you put some good sauce on them and broil them, and tasty. Cheesy broccoli. Oh, so good. Bunch of mushrooms, sauteed, sprinkled over. Good dinner. She had a better burger. I am in crypto since 2021, and this is the worst time ever. I can't hold anymore. Getting annoying. I don't know if I'm the only one feeling like this. I know. The money rotated out of crypto into stocks and into precious metals. October 10th, I still blame CZ and Binance for that. Freaked everybody out. Toss, you booked the Venetian. You'll enjoy it. A regular room at the Venetian is a suite. That's the regular room. It's so nice. Everything is so nice. You'll enjoy it. Hope you have a good view from your room. Matt bought some Dogecoin at 12.1, filled at 12.2 because of the spread. Trying to keep your average cost at 12.1. Close enough. But I get it with the spread. Yep. Picking them up on the dip. Hey, Chuck. Happy day after. Rather than taking some profits like we're hoping, it'll take a bit lower and I'll be loading up my reserves. Venetian's a little pricey, Ryan. You have to watch the, I mean, they don't really do deals, but the price varies from day to day, month to month. Depends on what month you go. So my mother got married at the Little Chapel of the West. The Little Chapel of the West in Las Vegas. No Elvis. No Elvis thing. You don't want to do an Elvis thing. The Little Chapel of the West. Look it up. Right, and gamble right at the Casino Royale, right next door. And if you're hungry, there's a Denny's right upstairs. Denny's. It's all good. It's all good. You're holding since 2021, Chuck? Like a lot of people. Just round tripped it through the 2022 bear market. And here we are again, looking into the mouth of another bear. You like the MGM, Javier? I don't know. I just get lost in the MGM. I mean, the casino is like so big. So many people. Yeah, Little Chapel of the West. I make it a point to never get married in Las Vegas. And of course, Denny's. And of course, if you guys are in Las Vegas, I'll be in Las Vegas. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Just not in July when it's like 115 degrees. That's not the time to be in Las Vegas. I lived out there. I know July and August are just awful. But that's when you get the best prices on the hotel rooms. That's when the prices go down. And maybe even more in 2026 because a lot of people calling for more of a pullback in the economy. And yeah. Hotel prices will be reduced. But it's hot. Hotter than San Antonio. October 10th. Oh, yeah. 1 year from the flash crash. A day that will live in infamy. October 10th. For those that don't know, that is this. October 10th. Dogecoin was sitting pretty up here on the 9th at 25 cents. 25-cent Dogecoin on October 9th. And then Kriss went live, right? And the market crashed. So yeah, it's all my fault. No, it's CZ. It's Binance. Manufactured, manipulated dump. So yeah. October 10th. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I know, can you believe that? It was 25 cents the day before. And now we're half that price. Turbo, if y'all are truly getting married, congrats. Very nice. The great rotation. Right? So Seabass, here's the question. When does it rotate back? When do the precious metals crash? When do the stocks have a big pullback? And when does the buying rotate back into crypto? That is the question. If you talk to this guy, right? If you talk to this guy, he says it's happening in January. Things don't move that fast. He's looking worried. Mr. Tom Lee looking very worried. Great place to break wind. This is a cycle, though. Money rotated out of crypto, it will eventually rotate back in. Yes, unless crypto is like a tulip bubble, right? And the buyers don't come back. There's always a chance of that. I just think there's too many institutions and too much support, at least for Bitcoin. And so with Bitcoin, you're going to get like Litecoin and Doge will stick around. It's just those other stupid tokens that may not ever recover. That, you know, all those other alts, those are the ones I wouldn't be touching. I'm not touching them again. If I'm going to hold on to 4, it's going to be Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. And that's it. I'm not chasing anymore. I've lost enough on other alts. And I don't care if Bonk eventually does a 10x. It's like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Q1 2026. That would be a relief rally. That's what I'm calling for, is a relief rally and then turning back around. Yeah, we looked at silver already, Klondike. Now, not $ silver, because that's probably just a stupid token. But we did look at the actual silver chart for the price of silver, US dollars per ounce. This one. Oh, it just hit another new all-time high, $79. Look at that. $79 now for silver. It is still going up 10% on the day now for silver. That is parabolic. Look at that. Crazy. $79 silver. Shorting. Yeah, the shorters are hurting though, except for crypto. Right now, the shorters are winning in crypto, but they're losing on most stocks and precious metals. This is not the time to short silver at 79. You got to wait for confirmation. You got to wait for a move like this, where you go down red, maybe up a little green, and then down red again. And then you do your short. But there were people who probably shorted here. So it's like middle of October, and they held their short open and then got burnt. So be careful. I remember when silver was $55, I didn't buy because it was expensive. You bought crypto instead. Yeah, there's a lot of people who did that. I know. Yeah, yet HD. We looked at it. X money. Still 2025. Still 2025. We're watching that. We are watching. Check. The OG coins created before 2015, still on big exchanges. All right, not a token. You meant the silver. Yep. Yeah, we showed it earlier. Don't mind showing it again. It's exciting times, all-time highs. It's like all-time highs. What about XRP? Yeah, you'll probably be able to make money on XRP. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying XRP again. Because I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't trust Garlinghouse and Larson, and I just don't like it. So I'm not buying that. Kriss will be shorting soon. Shorting. Don't you think that there will be circulation from metal to crypto? I would think eventually the money will move, but I think a lot of those investors are looking at 4-year cycles where 2026 is a bear and they're not going to buy crypto. So they'd probably go back into stocks. Hey, CDC's back. Welcome back. How was your holiday? All right? All right. Busy month? Got it. You want to buy a dip, just wait till I buy, because prices love to drop once I buy. I've heard that before from a number of people. It's just like, yep, just my luck. I buy and then the price dumps right after I buy. You know, you can't time it. You just have to have conviction. We've talked about that. Conviction. Hello, Korea. YouTuber in Korea. How you doing? How you doing today? Thanks for stopping in. Give a like, subscribe if you haven't already. We're talking crypto here. So I'm a coin YouTuber as well. I talk more about Dogecoin, but I do talk about others as well. Let me know if you have any questions and what to call you, because I can't really read your name. But welcome. We all got this. One could say that CDC survived. Convictions, haha. Haha. Yeah, not only did we have the Rhine quad, but we had Warbs. Warbs is probably working, right? I'm guessing he's working, but he posted this 3 days ago. Polish potato pancakes with sunny side eggs. Yum. Yeah, wasn't that nice of Tom Crown? He saw your name. He'd never seen that before, and he just like, yeah, that's good. That was good, Charlie. That was good. Tom's a good guy. He was struggling to get through the live stream today, just like I am, because it's like there's nothing going on. There's just nothing to talk about. So we're just hanging. We're just hanging now. The nice vegetarian meal from Orbs. Yeah. You have 1 million urban coins. I don't know what that is. I don't know what urban is. It's probably not a coin. It's probably a token. That would be my guess. Let's take a look. Is it really called urban? Urban. There's urbanium. Yeah, I don't know what that would be. It's this urbanium thing. Anyway, good luck. Did you see George's Clash token? Clash token. Poor George. It's doing exactly what I predicted. It's bleeding out like all these tokens tend to do. Bleeding out. So too bad, George. You had a nice second run. This is the Cryptos R Us guys, if you don't know. Nice crypto second run on the Clash token, and now it's just bleeding out. So tough year, tough market. I mean, he launched in September, which was awesome, right? And who knew that October would be what it was? So that's too bad for George. Oh, you meant Doge. Got it. Dogecoins, million. Nice bag. Nice bag. Food. Yeah, nice. 1 million Doge. Ryan, how's your Doge count? Your Doge count is doing well. $12.17. Ah, 1,000,001. 1,000,001. There you go. That's a good number. We don't like this. Dogecoin. Not looking great. You just like his Dogecoin bag? The Doge count is increasing. I mean, who knew that in 2025 we'd be buying Dogecoin at 12 cents? Korean crypto investors are feeling anxious. I get it. Here in America too. Here in America too. Yes, feeling anxious. You're not alone over there. A lot of uncertainty. Yeah. Find a crypto called taxes, guaranteed to go up. With Charlie for the French passport. Good Doge. On January 1st, I'll be making my 2026 outlook for Dogecoin and the crypto market. Okay, so that'll be next Thursday. So watch for that. I do it every year. I make my price video for the next year. I want to go to Havana. Havana, Cuba? Low roller, how are you? I wouldn't be able to YouTube next week since a new age verification. Nah, I don't believe that crap. That's garbage. Garbage, low roller. Hey, did you win some from the Powerball? Did you get a little piece of the action? Maybe one of those $50,000 wins? Did you get that? You're going to buy in at 9 cents? Could get there. Oh, low roller. Damn. You know, I didn't win any either, but I didn't buy any tickets. Not even one number. I know, right? It's just like, come on. Not even one number. Yeah, I'm done playing lottery. Even with that $1.7 billion jackpot, I'm like, no. Not doing it. Not doing it. What else is going on? Not much. Everything else kind of quiet. Bitcoin dominance did briefly climb out of the purple box on Christmas Day and then has dropped back in. So 59.7% on Bitcoin dominance. It's just going sideways too. We're going to eat at the rotating sushi bar in Chinatown and go to the Air and Space Museum. Well, good. Have a great trip. That sounds like fun. So the Koreans aren't really huge into Doge? I thought Doge was kind of a big thing. Well, you can spread the word. Start spreading the word. I'll be doing my 2026 outlook on Thursday, January 1st, Henry. So look for my video to come out on January 1st. And that will be my 2026 outlook and will include the next 6 months. It will include Bitcoin and Dogecoin. Yes. Just don't get hit by a sandwich. They can't enforce it, low roller. They can't enforce it. It's not going to happen. That's all FUD, 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 FUD. Not happening. Well, here we are, 12/2. So I'm going to have a Saturday live stream this week. So I'm going to be on tomorrow on Saturday. Got to make up for the one I missed, or the two I missed, Wednesday and Thursday. But, you know, it was for a good reason. Christmas, time spent with the family, like all of that. So we'll see if anything's going on the weekend. So, yep. Yeah, low roller. We covered silver up 10% today. Crazy, huh? Yeah, it is like its own crypto. Just craziness. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your Friday, and we'll talk over the weekend. I hope you all have a great evening. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.